always stoking the fire. Adrenaline is overloading, hit the mat like a fighter. They never let up, never throwing, giving to their desires. No, they keep working on their focus.
It's your home for combat sports. It's Keep It in the Ring. It's boxing. It's wrestling. It's jiu-jitsu. All of that stuff. And grappling. And, of course, MMA. And we're going to get into that now at the second part of the program. I welcome in Chandler Moody. He's an amateur working his way up in the MMA ranks, and he's going to be one of the highlight fighters of many. Next Saturday evening up in Newburgh, New York at the Armory is Dangerzone II. Presented by Mac Promotions on pay-per-view live. You can order it. We'll have that on the screen in a moment. And Chandler, welcome in, my friend. Good to see you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. So let's talk about you a little bit and get the fight fans to know who you are on the MMA side. This is going to be your second fight for Mac Promotions in Danger Zone coming up. I remember your first fight up in the Armory, and we'll show that back in September. And you're out of Shinobi. That's your training stable. Unanimous decision, 30-27 versus Dan Angel, I believe. It went 3 rounds. It was kickboxing. That's what you do, right?
No, I usually do MMA. That was just the only fight they could find me then. So this next one, MMA.
Okay, and you're very good at being a striker, which is very important, very aggressive, which is very important. And just like boxing, Richard Pierce and my co-host, doing that scores points with the judges over there by the cage. We call it cage side, not ringside. Chandler, where are you from?
I'm from Watertown, New York.
Okay, so you're not going to be too far from the event, from the venue. And how many people you got coming to the show?
I'm not sure how many are coming this time, but we usually have a group come down with us to support us. So it's a long drive. So,
are you ready for this fight? Do you know who your opponent is?
Yeah, I know who the opponent is. He's a debut fighter, so there's not really any information on him. But I've been training pretty hard, and I'm ready for it. I'm excited.
And we look forward to seeing it. And I look forward to calling the match, as we call it, or the bout at cage side next Saturday night up at the Newburgh Armory in Newburgh, New York. Richard, any questions for Chandler Moody before? And we're going to show some footage of the first fight. I believe Scott Churston has some background on that first fight. We'll comment on it as we go along as well.
Yeah, my first question is, are you staying in MMA, or are you thinking about coming over here to the boxing world?
Definitely staying with MMA.
You want to stay with MMA?
Yeah, I like boxing too, but I'm more interested in MMA. I like the ground aspect to it and the kicking.
So what do you have? What you have? Jiu-jitsu background, wrestling. What do you have? What makes you that comfortable to stay there?
Yeah, I have a wrestling background.
Okay.
So let's take a look at that fight in September, Danger Zone 1 up at the Armory. And Chandler, feel free to comment what's going on here in the opening round. This was a tough fight, too. It got physical right there.
Oh, yeah.
Chandler, are you in the blue or the black headgear?
I'm in the blue headgear.
Okay.
Now, what are you doing there in that first round? What is going on? Because just like in boxing, you want to feel guys out, but this became very aggressive right away. And this was a kickboxing match.
Yeah, I don't think I really used the feeling out process. I think I kind of just went straight into it.
You went right at it. Is that your style? Are we going to see that again next Saturday night?
It depends. There are 2 different things that we're doing. You know, this is kickboxing, so it's a little bit different than what I normally do. So it took us some getting used to. You know, no takedowns, and the feints are a lot different.
All right, but you take the skills from kickboxing, obviously, into the MMA part of it, of combat sports, and you're an amateur, so you're still learning all of this. How difficult is the transition going from kickboxing to MMA style? Is it similar? Is it difficult?
I think it's pretty similar. Besides, obviously the takedown part and the shooting in on people. It's easy to get kicked in the face when you're shooting on somebody that low.
You come with that repertoire again of being an excellent striker and being very aggressive, and we're seeing that here in your kickboxing match back in September.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's I would say being dominant and always coming forward and being at it is definitely my style. I like to be really aggressive and keep them on their feet. Don't give them any room for breaks. I think my cardio is a lot better than most guys that I'll fight, so I can keep going the whole match without getting as tired as them.
And again, they're 3 2-minute rounds as compared to 3-minute rounds in boxing. So you got 2 minutes to do what you got to do and only 3 rounds. And I believe that's what it's going to be again for you next Saturday night.
Yeah.
Richard Pearson, what do you think of this when you see this? Because you're getting involved, you're getting acclimated more to the MMA world as well. You know about it as well. But you see this. What do you think of this young man, Chandler Moody?
Yeah, I'm watching the video, and I see it's more of kickboxing right now. I was hoping I was going to be able to see that, what he does with his MMA style. I guess I'll have to witness that live. But right now, he has really good stand-up. I could see he's hesitant inside of this match right now because he wants to grapple so bad. You can see that he wants to grab this kid, and it's kind of like forcing him to stop himself from doing certain things. That's what I'm seeing in this video. So I would love to see him, in his MMA style.
Chandler Moody, our guest on Keep It in the Ring right now. You're looking some footage of his kickboxing for an event back in September for Dangerzone I, Dangerzone II coming up. And there it is there. Now the decision is going to be announced. What are you thinking there, Chandler? What are you thinking before that decision?
I was pretty confident that I won the whole time. I feel like I got a lot more strikes than he did, and especially hard ones. Like there are certain times where I saw his head bouncing off the cage. It's hard to do any damage with those headgear on. But I was pretty confident that I won, leading up to the decision.
It was close, 30-27 on all 3 judges' scorecards. But it was a unanimous decision as well.
I got one question. Chandler, how you felt when you saw his head bouncing off the cage?
Because that your headgear, it bounces off, and then the cage is pretty bouncy. So
how'd you feel? How'd you feel? You feel like you was doing your job?
Yeah, I was really wishing that we weren't wearing any headgear, but it was all right.
Do you feel the kicks more, the striking more when it comes at you, or the punches more when they come at you?
I think kicks you definitely feel more than punches.
And how do you how bad is it? Like when a fighter gets nailed, and Richard could tell you that, and you get hit to the head or to the body, you're going to feel it. You might even go down. How do you feel it? What's the impact on you when you get striked or punched or both at the same time, which could happen?
Oh.
Yeah, usually I like try to back up and give myself a few seconds to recover, like I won't continue coming forward because I don't want to get knocked out. So especially kicks to the body, I think in this last fight that you were just showing, he got me with a knee in the body at one point, and I was really feeling it. It was right in my liver. And I had to back off for a second. That was, I think, the only time during the fight that I was walking backwards and backing off. But
that was a tough, aggressive fight. And Richard Pearson, my colleague here on the program, Keep It in the Ring, is going to be there to watch it live as well. And you're fighting again at 125, right? That your weight coming in?
No, this one's at 170.
Which would be considered what in MMA standards compared to boxing?
It'd be middleweight.
Okay. Well, this is pretty comparable. Middleweights in boxing could go, well, no, they're much less than that. 10 pounds lighter, in fact, maybe. And you are training with the Shinobi group. Is that it? Your team. Where do they come out of? The gym. Are you there, Chandler?
We can hear you, Chandler.
Chandler, are you still with us?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right, Chandler, I was asking you, and then we're going to let you go because you're having some technical issues there. Your team, where do you fight out of? Is it Shinobi? Is that it? Is that what it's pronounced?
Yep. Shinobi MMA.
And where is that?
It's in Watertown, New York. It's closer to Canada, up north.
And I know a couple of you guys were on the first Danger Zone 1 show back in September at the Armory, and I think there might be another one or two on this card itself. We got to ask you, are people going to be there to support you this time? They were allowed the first time in September. Will they be there again?
Yeah, I think we'll have a group heading up there with us to support us like the last time.
Good for you. All right, how do people reach you, Chandler? How do people out there in social media get you? How do people get tickets that might still want to get them? It's your forum right now. Why don't you tell us all?
My Instagram is Chandler0704. And then I think they're selling tickets on the Danger Zone, the Instagram page for Danger Zone. They link for the tickets on there. And then
we'll have that. Yeah,
well.
we'll have that flashed up. Scott Schertzen will, with String Punk Entertainment, will flash that up. We're a part of this promotion again. I'm proudly going to be calling the fights by Cage Side, including yours. And I don't want to take up any of your time because I know you work also as you still working as a landscaper.
Yeah.
That's a full day for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I couldn't do that, but you do work, and then you go to the gym, and now you're ready to fight again. I'll see you at weigh-in next Friday, and good luck next Saturday night up at the Armory up in Newburgh, New York, as Mac Promotions and String Punk Entertainment once again present Danger Zone 2, an amateur MMA event. There's also MMA, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, a little of everything you're going to get that night. A long night of fights from 7 p.m. to about midnight, and it's going to be a long night. So fasten your seatbelts, as I will be. Chandler Moody, thank you very much. Rich, any final comments to an upcoming champ?
Just want to tell him good luck, and we'll see him out there.
Thank you.
Chandler, thank you for your time. I know you're in the middle of training, wrapping it up. Fight night is almost here, and you're tired, but you look like you're ready. Good luck to you. See you next week at weigh-in.
All right. Thank you.